have to do in this council in order to get respect as a black woman. I'm not afraid of anybody here. When I make a mistake, I will be clear. I don't.
Welcome back to Chukitable Media. I want us to talk about the Boston City Council lady that was arrested in Boston.
Divided, so afraid, so depraved. People with no faith because they are afraid of they're losing their.
I was, going through the social media handles of mine, and I found this lady, well dressed, head covered up. I mean, respectably in her attire, and she was banging the table. She was agitating. She was talking. She was showing annoyance and anger. And I said, what could have happened to this lady, and why is she banging the table? And I went further to go and check and to look to find out about what was the problem. So, I would like to bring to you what actually happened between the lady, because I learned she's a counselor in that municipality, and I would like you to listen to what really caused the problem. So it was very tough. It was very tough. So at Boston, in the United States of America, Boston City Councilor was arrested on Friday, on the count of federal fraud charges, accused of funneling part of an inflated bonus payment to a staffer to whom she was related into her own pocket during an exchange at the City Hall bathroom, the U.S. Attorney Office said. So I think it borders down on favoritism. So I think her name is Councilor Fernandes Anderson, 45 years old lady, and she is the one you're seeing in this video that I'm playing for you. So I think she violated some law according to the news I heard. When you work in that council, I think it was a laid down rule that you don't have to bring employ any family member to come and work with you. You only have the chance, you alone have the chance to come and work at the city council. But she brought in a family member or two family members to come and work in the council, and she denied she didn't know them when she was asked. So, but that actually didn't really bring out the problem, but it was the money involved. I think possibly the salary involved, and she has to, got herself into argument with one of them, and people were listening to them in the bathrooms, and all the secret just got leaked, and they exposed each other. So I think that was it. So Councilor Fernandes Anderson, 45, who was facing financial problems, was arrested outside her home on 5 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of theft from a program receiving federal funds. Acting U.S. Attorney Joshua Levi said. Anderson, wearing a red winter jacket, pleaded not guilty to the charges and was released. A grand jury indicted her this week, according to the news. Anderson was facing financial difficulties in 2023, partly because the Massachusetts State Ethics Commission told her it would seek a fine of $5,000 from her for hiring immediate family members to work in her office. Levi said, council members are not permitted to hire immediate family members as paid staff, despite the fact that she was under investigation by the State Ethics Commission. Ms. Fernandes Anderson hired another family member on her staff at Boston City Hall. At Boston City Hall, handling consultancy services, Levi said that staff member was related to her, but Ms. Fernandes falsely represented to the City Hall that there was no familiar relationship between them. So Lady Anderson was, into financial mess. Probably she was trying to find a means to clear that debt, and that's why she has to bring in, relations to come and work in the city council. But that's actually, not correct. The law doesn't really allow that to happen. So because they said you are not allowed to employ people to come and work, your family relations to come and work at the city council with you. And she went to tell the staffer, a woman, that she will give her $13,000 bonus. more than twice as much as she was paying to the rest of the staff combined in bonuses, Levi said. So that supersized bonus came with each, Levi said, which the staff have been told they had to fork over $7,000 in cash back to her. You understand what happened now? So $13,000. So she's expecting that lady to give her $7,000 back out of the bonus she's going to give to her. So I think that was where the problem started. So the staffer referred to as a staff member A in the indictment agreed, said Levi. After taxes, the staffer received about $10,000 in her bank account. She withdrew the money in several transactions in May and June of 2023 before exchanging texts to meet at the City Hall bathroom. That night of June, Levi said the staffer gave her $7,000. He said each of the 5 wire fraud charges carries a penalty of up to 20 years in prison and a fine of up to $250,000. The theft count carries a penalty of up to 10 years and a fine up to $250,000. I mean, this lady is she's a mess. She's in a big mess. She has just run herself into a big mess. How much did she have to pay before? I mean, less than this. $5,000. Look at what the fine she's going to face or she's facing right now. That's a lot. You know, when you talk about the United States of America, I mean, some people in Nigeria try to compare that. I mean, there are a lot of nonsense also in the US and this and that, corruption here and there as well. But this institution over there in the US is very strong. Look at what this lady did now. What she did now is just nothing in Nigeria for an official of a local government or official of the state government or any of the parastatal, not to even talk about the federal government and the federal ministries. Look at it. Look at what she's facing now. A big mess she has on her neck. How's she going to survive this? Because she was in debt up to $5,000 and she couldn't pay the $5,000. Look at what she has gotten herself into. In a statement to her constituents on Wednesday, Anderson said, "You know that I'm always transparent with you and always available. My job is to show up and fight for you, and I will continue to do just that." So maybe that was why she was banging the table. Maybe these are the statements she was making while banging the table, trying to convince our constituency about what really happened. Anderson became the first African migrant and first Muslim elected to the council in November 2021. She was re-elected in 2023. Subhanallah. Look at it now. First female Muslim to be elected into the council, and look at what really happened to her. I don't know. I can't really determine, but this is very, very hurtful for me. First African migrant. Look at it. Messed. A big mess. So Boston Mayor Michelle Wool urged Anderson to resign, saying the charges undermine the public trust and will prevent her from effectively serving the city. Man, so what do you think about this story? What do you think about it? Is it not a mess? Isn't it a big mess? As a councillor representing the people, now she got herself into this mess of don't bring relations to come and get job in the council. But she did so just to cover the problem she had, the financial problem she had. And look at it, she now got herself into a very big problem. I said before, the way she dressed and the way she looked, I never even knew she's a Muslim. But being a Muslim or a Christian, or even if you don't believe in anything, if you are put in a position of trust, please face it. Deliver the trust. Because as a Muslim, she said that the way they describe her, it was written in the Quran that, when a trust is given to you, please keep the trust and return the trust back to those people that give the trust to you. Oh my God. I don't know how she's going to get herself out of this place, but out of this mess. Put your comment in the comment section. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Chokitable Media. God bless you. See you next time. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.